With the recent incident involving Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman in Florida, and the hate crime conviction of 3 teenagers in Mississippi in the first civil rights-related murder under the 2009 Hate Crimes Prevention Act, racial issues are again in the forefront in a country that is believed to have moved beyond racism. But race isn't something people feel comfortable talking about, says Mary Herring, a sociologist at Temple University.
I find, I've just said a lot of young people don't like to talk about it if they've been to diverse schools. However, I find that if some of these young people have a very intimate relationship with somebody whose racial, ethnic background and experiences are very different, and they see firsthand the effects of racism, they're more willing to, they'll talk about it because they see it.
Victoria, can you tell me, do you and your friends talk about race?
Quite often, actually.
I guess some people don't talk about it because it's a touchy subject. I don't because it's not something that will come to mind usually.
And a child's environment could have a lot to do with that. But it is also important to create an environment where people are comfortable talking about such a sensitive subject. Because even though it is difficult, there can be major benefits to having discussions about race.
But if I can find a story that my students can relate to, and a true story, not the students can relate to, where they have an emotional connection to what they're reading, it's the emotional connection that moves people.
People could definitely benefit from it because it's ignored often, or people think racism is gone, and it's kind of an ignorant view to have that.
The election of the United States' first black president created hope that racially things would get better. But according to a recent Newsweek survey, only 32% of Americans think race relations have improved. That number is down 20% since Obama was elected, proving this colorblind country still has a long way to go. For Audiovisual News Gathering, I'm Hania Sharpe.